Hey there, welcome to the E4 podcast. I'm Migs, your host, and with me today I have Dill.
What's up?
Obs.
Hi.
And we got a special guest, Nathan Rodriguez.
What's going on, guys?
How's it going? Local artist Nathan Rodriguez here with us today, honoring us with his presence. Why don't you talk about, let the audience know what you do.
Right on. I'm Nathan Rodriguez. I go by the art name Acelis Elegato. That's a newer one. I'm also the owner and lead artist of Lucky Cat Art Studios, building pending. Also, I just want to say thanks you guys for having me on here. This is super cool. I've been looking forward to this for quite some time. Very appreciative to y'all. But
Thanks for coming, dude.
Yeah.
appreciate it, guys. Thank you. A little bit of what I do is I'm a local artist. I do this full time. I do have a 9-to-5 that I work Monday through Friday. But the way I always look at it is perspective. A few mentors have always told me you got to look at it a certain way. So the perspective is that I'm a full-time artist, but the 9-to-5 is what sponsors me to do what I'm doing. So
Yeah, I can relate with that because I have my oil field job, and that sponsors me to be a bartender on the weekends.
wait, no shit, really?
Yeah.
You no shit, really? Wow.
I was like, it sponsors a lot of what you do. I was like,
It also sponsors this, by the way.
It sponsors everything.
Yeah, so
absolutely.
shout out to the Texas oil field.
Come on. Sponsors me, sponsors Dillon. You kind of you're just a sponsor for. I was like, that's a good job.
I mean, it's a good job.
Good job.
I
Sign me up.
enjoy it. Sign
me up.
Hell yeah. I don't know. We're
Get
talking about it
me
today.
in.
It's getting hotter and hotter outside, you know, like
Yeah, it's miserable.
I'm ready melting.
I think it's the type of heat that just makes you angry when you walk outside.
Dude, I get pissed. I do.
Yeah.
And you know, it's always, you know, I had this argument the other day with one of my friends. We were talking about when is the worst heat in Victoria, in Texas, you know, like, is it August, you know, that kind of time period to where it's like just stupid hot, we're hitting like 100 degrees, or is it, I said right now.
This year is just
Yes.
fuck. I was like, this
Because
whole year.
my body was so nice and you know good with the winter, you know, and the springtime good, and then this heat wave comes in, and yeah, it might be only 95 degrees outside, but
Feels
my body
like
is not
there's
acclimated
no
to
way.
Yeah,
it.
it feels like
I'm not ready for
real
it, you know.
feel. Absolutely.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
I
it feels
1000% agree with that because right now it's one of those like you're so used to like that nice temperate. You know,
Yeah.
you got a little coolness in the evening. The morning's real nice. You might have a light jacket, maybe a
No,
sweater.
just
And in the
starts.
afternoon, you're like, you know, let me go and get the sweater off. And now, you know, it's horrible because the heat wave comes in and you have to break away from what you got used to. July and August, no, it may be hot, but you're acquainted with it now in the sense of like, you know, you're going to walk outside. It's going to be hot.
Yeah, you're expecting it, right? Like I always say,
Exactly.
I'm not acclimated for this. Like, you know, I'm not my body is not used to it. It's 8:30 in the morning and I'm already fucking
That's what I
sweaty
was
as
like.
fuck.
This year has
I hate
already,
it.
this whole year
I hate
is
it.
starting. Like even during winter, it was still just hot.
So luckily the E4 podcast is an inside podcast, even though things do
Beautiful.
get a little bit warm with the lights on and everything. But art, you do art outside too, right?
Oh yeah, there's a lot of different murals I've done where you know out there in the heat, especially if I can't do it in the evening time, which is when I prefer. As I've always told people, I'm a creature of the night, and I prefer it that way. Even the night's hot as hell, but yeah, there's some times where I'm doing projects in the middle of the day, just straight heat. That's where a
Yikes.
canopy comes very much in handy. And if I can't bring a canopy, well then sunblock.
Sunblock is a
So
beautiful
you said
thing.
murals, like you've done stuff around Victoria. You've done stuff.
Yeah, so
Anything
right now
we've seen.
there is one that is stays inside. There's one I did for the Gulf Bend Regional Center. I did that back in 2023. That one was a lot of fun. Just kind of a mountainscape. Has some animals, some more cartoon animals. They approached me after we got done with the crosswalk project that I did with Josh Big of Free Art Victoria. Love you, my boy. What ended up happening was after we did the crosswalks, you know, more murals were starting to want to be done for different organizations, different businesses, and they approached me for this one. And that one had a kind of a soft spot for me because it was for a waiting room for kids who had, I believe, you know, mental illnesses or anything of that
wow.
nature. And so, you know, I went to them and I was immediately just said, yeah, I'll absolutely do it.
Yeah.
It was a 3-month project and it was inside. So that was nice because it was also freezing.
Yeah.
But the biggest ones that I've gotten to do was also with Josh, with Josh Vega with the crosswalks of 2022. We did 9 of them. And, that was thankfully in the middle of the night. That was in of course, August, dead heat of summer. I think the earliest we started was 6 p.m., 7 p.m. It was hot.
What crosswalks did you do?
The ones downtown, right?
Yeah, the ones downtown. Yeah, the ones that are downtown. We have piano keys, blue bonnets.
There's a rainbow. There's like a.
I think there was that fine art, the fine art one, the books near the library. Oh yeah, the rainbow one. I think you're talking about. There was a quilt one that was like real intricate design. That's right there next to, I believe, the tax office. We have a Texas. We have 2 Texas themes ones actually, and then we have the last one I'm thinking of is the music notes that are across from the piano keys. That one was. That one was a nightmare. The piano keys are a nightmare. A lot of fun, but we did 2 of them in one night, and I can, without a doubt, say by 4 a.m., we had a lot of work left to do, and we're just kind of pacing back and forth thinking, how are we going to finish this? Not a clue in the world. But no, it was a lot of fun.
Right.
Thankfully, again.
Especially downtown, a lot of people gets a little hustle and bustle towards the morning time. A lot of people work down there.
Yeah,
like, oh God, I'm out here painting.
Yeah, I know, right? We're trying to, get stuff done, and then next thing you know, someone sneaks up on us, and you'd be surprised how many people walk just so quietly. And like I look up, and I mean, I had several heart attacks, while doing that because it's nighttime. I don't hear anything, and I'm like, oh shit,
where'd you come from?
A stumbling drunk person,
right out of the bushes.
So like, what are you doing?
I'm not
Dillon.
I'm still not convinced that they didn't walk through the bushes and just came up to us. I'm like, where the hell did you come from?
He's all painted. I'm like, what are you
painting
doing?
with you. They all grab a brush. Next thing you look
and we're
over.
so I was like, we're so tired that we're not even thinking about. We're like, oh, we could use labor.
Yeah.
Like, come on,
grab a brush.
Got any beer?
Yeah, grab a brush, grab a beer. Hang out, man.
That's pretty good. Yeah, I know for sure. I've seen the piano keys because I think that's the one that's next to Moonshine, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like Tom Hanks off that movie Big, just like
start playing the keys.
Try playing chopsticks on that motherfuckers,
There's a lot of people that'll go over there. Like I'll be sitting outside, having a smoke, having a beer, and then like in the late evening, you'll see people like start like pressing on the keys, like start humming too, and I'm like, that's pretty fun. I'm like, I'm glad they're enjoying themselves with it. So
yeah, dude, that's cool because you're seeing people enjoy your art, like in the moment. You're like, hell yeah, that's my fucking art. People are enjoying over there. Exactly. That's a good feeling.
Yeah, it's really cool whenever people like will be. I think I got several just messages afterwards and stuff like that, just talking about it. What was really cool was a good buddy of mine. He works for the wildlife fire department or Texas A&M Forest Service here in town, and he was sitting there taking snaps of it, walking around just seeing what everything was going on. And several of his friends in that line of work came down to do something with him or another, and they were taking snaps and sending him to him like, oh, check this out, and he got to say like, oh yeah, I know the guy that did that. So cool. that was pretty cool. That was pretty neat.
Nice.
Well, I know what I'm going to do when I get drunk at Moonshine. I'm going to go play with
I was like, I knew Josh. I knew that Josh was part of that, but I never knew that.
Yeah, I was going to say, Josh was the one that really started all of that. I can't remember the timeline as far as when he started approaching the city, asking if he could do this, but I know he approached me about maybe March or maybe February of 2022. About 6 months beforehand. He had said it was going to be a project in 2023, but they moved it forward, and I was like, cool, right on. So we did it in August in about 10 days. We had 10 days to do the 9 crosswalks, and then the bicentennial one was what we did in April for, of course, the bicentennial celebration. So, but yeah, he approached them, and they went through the process of, finding, designs, what they wanted to do, sponsorship, and everything like that. And then eventually it just all came to fruition. And here we are 2 years later. So
nice.
Yeah, man.
Not bad.
All those murals are great at downtown, by the way.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. Yeah.
Besides the murals and your art, you also host First Fridays.
Yes. Yeah.
That's a monthly event that is normally at Moonshine, right?
Yes.
Could you tell us what exactly that event is and what does that encompass?
Yeah, absolutely. So about in 2021, Josh Vega and Jen Robles, they both had started something. It's a concept that I think was all across the states, but First Friday is essentially, the concept of it is an art show that is, of course, free entry. You have a few people in a set spot, so that's the spot being Moonshine. The first Friday of every month, they bring in, a few artists, local artists, to showcase their work. Really good vibe, really good time all around. And after a couple years, Jen wanted to have a couple host because Josh was going to step down from it for a little bit, and he asked me and a good friend of mine, Omar Ramos, to take over for his spot and help Jen with hosting the show. And what that kind of encompasses is, pretty much the same exact thing. We gather local artists. Sometimes we have repeats, and sometimes we have, brand new people. We have people hit us up all the time asking if they can be a part of it, and we're always like, yeah, absolutely. We could always use new folk to come in and showcase their work. And all we provide is just the set. Moonshine has been just so tremendously gracious to let us do everything that we're doing. Very kind to let us set up the way we need to. They trust us immensely to do everything, and they always are considerate of whenever they're getting events, concerts and everything. They'll always make sure, like, hey, First Friday is always going to be on, First Friday. But, now we started to mix it up a little bit with, besides having a few artists for local works and stuff, is that we started doing theme shows. Our first one was from Omar, and it was a kaiju theme, so like Godzilla, King Kong, and stuff like that.
Yeah, big monsters.
That had tremendous turnout. And so instead of having just 5 artists with all their work, it was like a culmination of like, I think 20 artists, including me, him, and several other people that we had to put in 1 or 2 works. So, and it just was a culmination of all that. Mostly Godzilla. We have, of course, King Ghidorah and like King Kong and everything like that. But we're working on another themed one for next month. The theme's going to be music, all things like that, whether we inspired by artist, a band, an album, song, a specific song.
That's gonna be a good one. That'll be good. There's gonna be a lot of art from that.
Absolutely, we're looking forward to that tremendously.
Different.
The other thing that we do with it is, besides the theme shows, is we do doodle nights, and that's just more of a fun thing. We
doodle nights.
Doodle nights, man.
So anybody comes in there, just like draw. Like,
you do not have to be an
Do
artist.
you pick a is there? Draw from a hat, pick a category, like
one or the other. Sometimes, and we even ask the people. Sometimes we either give them a category and we say, "Oh, here's this." Start with that. The last one we had was for "May the Fourth Be with You," Star Wars theme. We did that. We had one for Halloween.
I think I saw some from that for sure. Really cool. I think I definitely saw some from that.
Where is this at? Where do you have this at?
Always at Moonshine, man.
Moonshine?
Always at Moonshine. We've always talked about maybe bringing different projects that stem from First Friday to go into other places, but they typically always stay at Moonshine, man, because like I said, that's where it started there. So tradition just wants to keep it there.
I might have to check that out.
Yeah, you gotta check out Moonshine's little board they have. They write all their events down.
Okay.
Yeah, you'll see it on there. I know.
As much as you're there, Dillon.
By the time I get to Moonshine, I'm already plastered. Like, I'm already
as much as you're there, but never mind.
Funny enough, me and my wife actually do the boards for that too.
Yeah,
we do the boards for that as well.
I think Danny mentioned that to me, and they're like, "Yeah, Nathan does the board." I'm like, "Oh." Because it's a real nice board.
Appreciate
especially
it,
compared to the Dodgers board.
I'm going to have to check this board out.
Oh, my God.
All right, you should come
see our fucking
when they have nothing to put up there, they just start writing random shit.
We just write random shit
for the boys.
Not even in good handwriting. It's like chicken scratch. Like, we'll just put, specials.
Stick
like,
figures.
Our personality.
Yeah.
Or like, we'll just put for the boys on boys night, for the boys,
I
baby.
what it said the other night, and I was just like,
last night it said $5 makeout sessions.
Oh, yeah. $5.
$5 makeout sessions, or
who's gonna be doing the kissing?
$8 Plan B shots.
See, that's whenever you say $5 makeout sessions yesterday. Throw something like that on there.
We wanted to see who was gonna bite for it. You never know.
You never know. Someone
I don't know. That invited somebody to be like, "I'll pay somebody for a hug right now," and I'm all sitting next to the guy. I'm all, okay, wait a minute. I don't work here. This is weird.
Did you hug him?
Fuck no.
Did you hug him?
They'll have a fat
$5
bill
money
right
out,
there,
maybe.
man.
If he'd already
So you're
slipped
telling
me.
me this guy offered you $5?
He didn't offer me shit. Yeah, he just said,
He just wanted
I'll
a
pay
hug.
somebody for a hug. And I was like,
oh,
give me the money. Where's that? I'll do it.
Let me see that change. All I got is a 20. I'm like, hey, I'll give you 4 hugs.
Right?
I'm just saying, 20 is a 20, dog. I'm hugging.
I would, but no. I didn't see any money. He wasn't reaching for his pocket.
I'll give you that good hug.
After a few beers, I'll give hugs for free, man. Absolutely.
It would have been an over-the-shoulder hug, so he would have got a little action on the bottom.
Let him feel your lower back a little bit,
a little waist action.
Let him,
That's when she has to pull the hand like, all right, come on, buddy. You only gave me $5. Like, come on now. You got
10 more.
Upcharge for that as upcharge.
That's $100 right there.
That's an upcharge right there. Absolutely.
That's what the board's gonna say next time.
$10
free from Aubrey. Just auctioning me off at the bar. Okay.
Aubrey's getting $5 right now for
$5
hugs,
hug.
dude.
Dude, we could.
And a shot. We give her a shot. And buy her a shot.
Whatever she wants, you call it.
Yeah.
Just do like $100 like JMO shot and date night with Aubrey.
Oh, God.
Just do that.
It's gotta be a good dinner, though. Yeah, it's gotta be a good dinner, though.
Hey, you might meet your true love. You never know.
You never know,
Right,
man.
I'm sure some guy trying to pay $100 to take me on a date
You had me at a
is true
hug.
love.
Yep. That's a love story right there, man. That's a movie in the making.
I think the
started with a
Jameson
hug.
would get me sold before the
telling you.
date.
It's been in the works so long. We've always talked about doing a dating show, here in Victoria. It could do it, dude. We could do like the
Victoria
Victoria Bachelorette,
Date nights, second Fridays of the month.
First Friday.
Mine failed.
Friday.
We never did mine, did we? Yeah, no, we
No,
never
dude,
did.
I can't get enough people to sign up. I'm sorry,
give a
Dill.
shit.
Couldn't get
People-
no.
I don't think it was your looks or anything. I think girls are just shy around
They
these
were
parts.
intimidated.
Yeah, every time I put a
They're
sign-up sheet for
intimidating.
Dylan, there's a Nathan guy that keeps writing his name 5 times.
It was all Nathan Rodriguez.
I know, dude.
What the
I
fuck?
had all dudes, no
Yeah, 5
girls.
times,
Like,
man.
they were all like, I want to go on a date with you. I'm like, what the fuck, dude? It's all dudes.
Well,
but they were all
Dylan, I feel like you'd be a good time to go and have a date with. That's all I'm saying, man.
have a fun time.
Good time, yeah.
But honestly,
Good
I'm
time.
already taken, so I don't need to worry about that. I'm good.
Oh, that's funny.
I'm already taken.
You're taken.
Yeah, he's taken to Colorado.
Fuck you,
Oh
Aubrey.
yes.
Wait, California.
There's a
California,
reoccurring
I can
thing
try.
about
You never know, I might
Dillon
run into
and
a
his
bear.
girlfriend that goes to a different school, and that's why we don't know her. I'm just saying.
Yeah, let's do it
That's
too.
exactly what
I
it is.
can't let you meet my girlfriend. Why? She goes to another
goes to
school.
St.
She
Joe,
goes
dude.
to
She
a
goes to
different
St.
school. You don't, yeah, you don't know my girlfriend. She goes to a different school. You know,
Her parents are real strict.
Hold on, Dylan's got to take a break real
religious.
quick.
Can't come out.
Her parents are real
Yeah, go dry up.
She can't go to prom, It's just
Yeah, she can't
she can't go to prom,
yeah.
man.
Her parents are very Christian, They don't condone that kind of stuff.
Real piece of shit.
Oh my god.
Hold on,
She got
Oh my god.
But no, every week we hear about it. You know what? And I haven't seen her yet. In
hugging in
person.
California.
One of these days, we're gonna meet her, and I'm gonna be like eating my words. Maybe.
At least
Maybe.
via Skype or whatever we do it.
Zoom call, yeah.
Something.
Yeah, does
Yeah,
anybody
Skype.
anybody do Skype anymore? I think it's just Zoom these
That's what-
days.
Yeah,
Well,
Zoom, Google Meets.
He's all,
Google
my
Meets,
Skype's
Google
not
Meets.
working.
I do a lot.
Microsoft Teams?
Yeah, I do a lot of Google Meets at
Sorry,
work.
guys, my bad.
I don't do. Yeah, I think Skype. I don't know what happened to that company, but fuck them.
I have no idea. I know that whenever the pandemic started, everyone thought Skype was gonna blow up. Man, if I had known that I could put up some money onto Zoom, oh man, I would have been filthy rich by this point. I wouldn't have,
Zoom?
wouldn't have to
Sure,
worry about
dude.
this
Right.
point. Because everyone went to Zoom.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I wonder what Skype did wrong, right? What did those
Right,
guys?
yeah,
They
exactly.
were
That was-
first on the scene.
They were.
And
That
they
was the
just
first one.
couldn't
100%.
follow through. It's just so weird. They
Now you
couldn't
got what,
follow through.
FaceTime? You got all kinds of shit now, too. Like phones and shit. FaceTime. What else?
Because FaceTime is Apple, right? Because I
Yeah,
mean, doesn't
yeah,
I was gonna
doesn't
say, it's,
doesn't Samsung have what is Samsung's FaceTime?
Snapchat.
I was
Pretty
gonna
much.
say- Yeah, I was like,
Snap, baby.
oh, I've noticed on Facebook too. I was
Samsung
like,
gang, bro.
my friend with an Android was FaceTime. Well, I still call it's FaceTime for me, but Facebook you can also just do
Yeah.
from
Oh,
phone
really?
to phone. Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh no shit.
Yeah,
Wow.
you could definitely do video
Video-
calling on
video call.
Facebook, on Snapchat. You could do it. I want to say Android does have video calling, but it's just like not mainstreamed in our software.
I feel like
Yeah.
it's only called video call. It doesn't
Yeah.
have like
Yeah.
a cool name.
Yeah,
to
it
It's
doesn't
like
have a cool
video call.
name.
You mean
Yeah,
FaceTime?
but it's not the same
Yeah,
price.
I think it's called video call. But you know what? One of my friends was showing me something really crazy that they're starting to introduce like AI into our phones and stuff. And one thing he can do, so he has the new. Yeah, I have a Note. Not a Note. It's a Galaxy Ultra 23. He has a 24, and on his, he has AI to where he could talk, and his AI will convert his voice to any language.
Really?
That's
So
cool.
he could call someone in China, talk English to him, and then whoever he's talking to will hear his voice, but in Chinese.
That
shit like that's pretty cool with Androids.
Yeah, it's not like a robot voice or like
it's like his regular voice,
the Google Maps navigator voice. It's his voice that AI changes into Chinese.
That is
I was
insane.
like, "Are you?" Yeah, he showed it to me.
Oh,
He
dude,
goes,
I have a fucking field day with that.
dude, I was like,
right?
oh my god, that's
Absolutely.
fucking crazy. I was like, Jesus, dude.
But like, talk dirty to me.
I mean, that
Chinese.
could really help with people learning other languages too. I'm like,
yeah.
Like,
Learning
Stop, Dillon, you
anything.
getting racist,
yeah.
dude. Stop.
I like, dude, like,
It's like
just-
someone talked to me in another language.
yeah, it just eliminates the language barrier. Now, he was saying that it's all, proper, Chinese language or whatever it is, right? There's no slang at all in it because it's,
of course.
AI, internet-based stuff,
But
But it's like, no slang. So you do sound, it's kind of obvious, that it is being translated. But I was like, dude, that's still pretty impressive how
cool.
he uses your voice as an end product, and it sounds legit. I was like, oh my god, that's fucking crazy, dude.
For sure.
But
Especially
I mean,
people that
nowadays
travel,
we have AI art, right? How do you feel about that?
Oh man, so AI art is such a double-edged sword for for all kinds of reasons. So one of my so Trent Rickman, a good friend of mine and colleague, he had a seminar where he was talking about kind of utilizing AI art, and he was talking about how it can be used as a tool to kind of help with the creative process. The only thing that really sucks though is that like AI art has gotten so advanced, and like now it's kind of hard to, there are times where I'm on social media on my personal end, like on Instagram, TikTok, and because as a buddy of mine dubbed me the world's busiest art nerd, it was like, I do a lot of, my social media is just filled with that. Other than that, it's also like barbecuing stuff, and every once in a while some video games and stuff like that, some anime, all that good stuff. And
I'm here for it.
But the thing is that like every time I look at it, there are times whenever it's for me, it's kind of clear when someone's using AI art to do something. And
hands.
I think the hands are the most wild thing, because they'll be sitting there doing like this number, and it's like 7 fingers on one and like 3 on the other, and it's like very obvious. And the only thing is though is that like, whenever people have like these concepts that they want to like try out and see like what things look like in a different aspect, or like one that I see is that they'll take a character from like a cartoon or anime or show, and then they'll put them in different universes, and that's kind of cool to like just to kind of see like without necessarily like just kind of putting the prompt in. But at the same time though, the issue with it is that AI art does actually feed through original artists works, and so they're using that to make the work, and so it's really hard to like say that I necessarily am okay with it. It kind of depends on like the setting of it, because some things I'm like, what, this isn't too bad. I'm like, you're just using this for like a concept or like for some posting, and sometimes artists use it for their own like creative process, and sometimes they could use that. I know there's been a few things that I've found out that they're AI art that kind of helped me in my creative process, that I was like, well, I mean, this isn't necessarily, I made an original work out of making this wasn't a copy for copy thing, but at the same time I'm like, I don't know how to feel about them cycling through original works. So AI art is such a double-edged sword. It's catch-22, and I think it depends on the user, how you're using it, and what you're doing, because then some people will say, well, I'm an AI artist, and make like $5,000 off of something that looks, I mean, almost identical to someone who did an original work. That I cannot be okay with, because I'm just like, well, that goes against everything I've done. But like, if you're just using it for like,
is it the money aspect of it?
I don't know if I think maybe even like if you take out the money aspect of it too, because that does kind of suck though, because like somebody could have made that kind of cash through that, but even if you take the money aspect out of it, it does kind of suck that like your work was, and maybe you can even take it as a compliment, too. That's again where another catch-22 comes in. It's like, well, my work was good enough to be fed through the machine, but someone else got to take credit for it, and it's like, oh well, here I am being, and some of those artists even get accused because they'll see their works from AI work and they think, oh, you're making AI work. They go, no, I'm the original artist. The AI took that, and then it becomes huge debates on like the comment section, and it gets it gets really, really tough. Again, sometimes if you look at it enough, you can kind of tell, but it does.
I can't even find it. Fuck. All the time.
So one thing with AI art I've noticed is that there are some parts of it you can tell that our AI, like maybe like a certain piece of it just doesn't make quite sense, like like because the AI just didn't know what the fuck it was doing. Yeah, but I also do think that's a very
7 fingers,
temporary.
Exactly.
Like
there's still 10 fingers.
We have I see a lot of AI art in the Warhammer space.
How
people will feed it like knights and stuff, like different artwork for like medieval times and then sci-fi, and they'll mash it together and they'll get pretty much Warhammer. But there's certain things like their guns will look off because it's a science fictional item, and AI is like trying to figure out how it looks.
Yeah, exactly.
So it looks off.
What is this?
So it looks off, but it pieces together as best it can, and at the first glance, it looks phenomenal, right? But I also think that issue with AI is very temporary. I think
that's fair.
Eventually, it's going to fix that, and then we're not going to be able to distinguish what's AI and what's human generated.
Right.
But it is kind of, like you said, it is kind of a compliment that AI learns everything from human art, just art that we create.
Yeah.
So I don't know, it's weird. I don't know where I stand on the AI art because I like.
It's a tough one.
I like to see it, because I'm all like, oh, cool, new artwork for the game I like, or the the sci-fi world I love.
D&D does the same thing too. Yeah. Like there's a lot of D&D creators on TikTok specifically that what they do is that they'll so I got really into, I've been into D&D since I was about 14, 15, and I got back into being a dungeon master just recently, or 2 years ago or so.
Yeah.
But the thing was, though, is that a lot of the creators that I follow on TikTok and stuff, they'll use AI-generated images, but only for the purpose of, like, being able to throw a visual to the concept that they're throwing. And you really can't blame them for it. If they aren't, exactly able to sketch out what they're wanting to, and if that's going to help them with their content and stuff, can't really. And like you said, you get to see more, kind of artwork and things, like a visual to things that you're wanting to see in the game that you like. So can't really beat that, so.
Yeah, but I do think the money aspect of it is kind of shitty though.
Yeah, that's a big
the artists that make a lot of money off it. But at the same time though, like if they found someone willing to pay money for some AI art, then I can't knock them for their own hustle,
Yeah, that's
like
true. You can't really knock it either.
Yeah, I can't.
It sucks, but it's like you can't knock it.
It's really a hard spot. It's a hard thing, and I'm very curious to see how that space unfolds. And because it's like it's not just the art world, right? It's also the music world. It's also it's pretty much every world
right now.
Because there's AI making songs with like Post Malone's voice. Kind of like I told you about my friend.
Everything.
Oh, it's crazy.
Yeah,
everything.
Look at the what was it? The recent Kendrick and Drake beef. Whenever Drake had Tupac, AI Tupac on one of his tracks. I thought that was insane.
That's wild.
I was like, are you serious? I was like. I never got the whole concept.
I wouldn't
of AI.
say popular. I would say it's fucking invading, dog.
Yeah.
I've never got the whole concept of
invading
it.
species. Yeah,
No, I was going to tell you. I was trying to look more a picture.
These people
I was gonna
aren't
show
even
you
alive.
somebody.
They're making not even alive.
Somebody. Obviously, video games. I'm a big Mortal Kombat fan. Everybody knows that. There was a picture I was going to ask you. I was like, dude, I'll throw you some cash. I was like, there's a badass Mortal Kombat picture I wanted you to paint me.
Hell yeah.
I was trying to find it, but I couldn't. So
you know where to find me.
Yeah. No, I was gonna get, but it was. I think it was. They were talking about AI. So
what character was it?
It was Sub-Zero.
Nice.
Sub-Zero. Yeah, I'm a big Sub-Zero fan.
Sub-Zero.
But yeah, dude, it was fucking badass. It was like realistic, like nice, but like the details on it was like pretty badass. But if I ever find it, I'll send it to you.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Dillon,
for sure.
But make it in your own.
Who would a fight and why? Sub-Zero and Scorpion.
Well, fucking Scorpion's out for vengeance. Obviously, he fucking hates him. But Sub-Zero, honestly, Sub-Zero will whoop his ass any day.
Sub-Zero's gonna win?
Yeah, dude.
Why?
Why?
Yeah, why?
He's fucking better.
He's just better at
Scorpion's
fighting?
too overrated. Scorpion's too overrated.
I don't know.
Hot off the press here.
I don't know about that.
Bro, don't get me started on this, dude.
Anytime I ever played Scorpion, just go fucking.
I'm just saying,
well,
Sub-Zero
obviously-
has ice, Scorpion has fire.
Well, yeah,
Fire
in
melts
reality,
ice,
If this was an actual real fight, Sub-Zero will take his fucking head off. All you got to do is freeze his ass, take his head off, and done. But Scorpion could come back.
Scorpion has a skeleton head. Wait, you remember
he's
one time
dead.
He
can always come back.
Yeah,
he can always come back.
How's Sub-Zero going to win?
It's a reoccurring fight.
How's he going to win?
It's really tough on this
I mean, Sub-Zero can win, but he can always come back. It's like a never-ending fight.
All right. I mean, from what you're saying, it sounds like Scorpion wins.
The cameras.
Yeah, Scorpion wins.
Nah, I'm just playing. It's a draw. It's a draw. It's a draw. Yeah, it's time for a break. It's time for a break, guys. All right. Guys, we'll be right back. Nathan, let's go ahead and take a quick little break, and
Perfect. Awesome.
We'll come back at this in a few minutes.
Hey there. I just want to take a second to thank you for watching the Elite4 podcast. And if you haven't already, please like and subscribe because that really helps our channel grow. And if you're feeling extra generous, share us with a friend. Tell your mom about us. Tell anyone. We greatly appreciate you here at Elite4. Now back to the podcast.
Welcome back to the E4 podcast. We're just back from the break here. Had a little shot. And we started talking about food, and now I'm fucking starving.
Me too.
Victoria has a couple of new places. Like, the food industry in Victoria has been under fire. Let's see, Long John Silver's assassinated Red Lobster. You know, that happened. Yeah. How did
in the shadows, in the darkest bit of the night, have taken our Red Lobster?
How did they do it?
Under our noses.
And I don't even think they've ever had a remodel or anything.
Not a single one.
No.
It's been the same one since it
my
opened.
name's probably still carved in one of the tables there.
I'm serious.
I still got some gum I put under there when I was 15.
Those fucking
13 years ago, I stuck some gum under there. I'm sure it's still there, man.
It's still there, dude. It's still Long John Silver's. Every fucking painted
them
yellow
open.
pine fucking plank. It's still there, dude.
It's because they serve hush puppies.
It
with
smells
their
like
shit.
old decayed wood and vinegar in that motherfucker. But you know what,
can't just
dude?
get them anywhere anymore.
They do it. They're winning. They somehow
assassinated.
How do you survive off of Navarro? Like right off of Navarro, and they got a big lot too. Like Long John Silver's is a small building, but if you go through the drive-through, you gotta drive half a mile back and then loop around.
Yeah, absolutely. Like you gotta go.
What are they doing with this land? I
Because
don't know.
nobody actually goes inside, so whenever that drive-through is popping, they need all that fucking
100%. You gotta see the dumpster. You gotta see another dude that's hanging out hustling. Whatever
Guys
he's
smoking a
doing.
cigarette in the back.
Yeah, exactly. The cook, the cook's doing his thing.
Dice.
Yeah,
With a dirty ass
shooting
apron
dice.
on.
Got a Mickey's with him right there, and the next thing you know, he's like, you finally hit the menu, and you're like, well, shit, now I don't even remember what I was
What do you
going
want?
to
Fish or chicken, dog? What you want?
Yeah, let me get that 2 piece of fries, hush puppies.
I just don't know how it didn't make the advocate that Long John Silver is still here of all places.
Yeah, for sure.
Of all places, like, how many better restaurants have we had in Victoria that's infinitely better than Long John Silver's? Come and go, Johnny Carino's. Dare I say that name?
I used to work there, and I fucking loved their food.
And they still exist somewhere in
Corpus.
Texas. In Corpus. Okay, well,
Yeah,
then
drive an
you
hour
go to Corpus
15 the way
soon.
I
But you know what was
Yeah.
around before Carino's? Long John Silver's.
Yeah.
And they're still around. Still.
Dude,
How do they do
you
it?
can't beat the prices. The
Is it the pricing?
For fish, for people that want to eat seafood, that they think that is
Fast
seafood,
seafood.
they want, it's cheap. It's cheap.
Yeah, okay, I don't know. I don't know the pricing. I don't know.
Long John Silver's fish is a little bit more fish than the Filet-O-Fish at McDonald's. So
Yeah,
I can't confidently
It's
say that though.
still
I can
fish.
confidently say that. At least.
Some people, you grew up
That's
on
fake
that
fish.
breading. It's almost like,
Sure,
do you go to
fake
churches or do you go to KFC? Like who? People, there's the churches
churches.
people.
Churches every day of
Love
the
some
week.
churches.
Every day.
Yeah.
Every day.
That's what I mean.
The Colonel may be good, but Churches is better.
But
man.
my aunt,
Churches
she
is better,
swears
man.
she'll only eat KFC. That's why I'm
Really?
like, there are people that
He
just
only goes to the Colonel, man.
these people that keep these places open.
To each their own. I get it.
I
But-
mean,
Actually,
when I
Popeyes
was
is good.
growing up, as
Hey,
a
them
family,
the
we went
Popeyes
to Long
fries,
John
though.
Silver's all the
Popeyes
time.
fries.
Oh, shit.
Really?
Popeyes
But again,
fries, man.
cheap.
Them
It
red
was
beans
so
and
cheap.
rice.
At Popeyes?
Baby. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I love my chicken from Popeyes.
Hey, but the best in town is either you have Moo-Moos or Grandies.
Ooh,
Fantastic.
Moo-Moos. I'll go Moo-Moos.
Moo-Moos on the south side, though. Moo-Moos on the south side.
Yeah.
That's exactly where you want to go.
Moo-Moos on the south side. On Moody
Moo-Moos
Street, baby.
near the college is
Street.
good. Like, I love going to that one, but
I miss Texas
the south side-
driving.
Texas
I was
driving,
like,
though.
I miss Texas.
Texas
man.
driving, blasting
Them fried pickles, baby. Ooh,
Yeah,
so
dude.
good.
Gizzards.
Oh, the gizzards.
There's
Nah,
another
it was
place
so good.
better than Long John Silver's, I would say,
Everything.
but they couldn't make Long John's.
Again, seafood. It's not cheap, and so
I guess so.
that is
I
a
guess.
alternative for people that want cheap seafood.
I'm ready to go this week. I'm gonna go to Long John Silver's
I
this
know.
week.
I'm kind of like now. I kind of want
And-
it. I'm like
Yeah,
weirdly
I don't
craving
want
it.
Craving it.
You
No,
can
no.
taste it, but I
Yeah.
haven't had it in like 10
I
years.
want that two
No,
piece with some chicken,
Haven't
some
had it in
fries.
10
I don't.
years.
I don't want it. I don't
a
want
large-
it, but I'm
a
gonna
large
eat it
Pepsi?
anyways.
Yeah, there you go.
Man. Oh, see, and then you know that they're really down bad when they got Pepsi product.
Yeah. That's the best part place.
You know, I got
No,
Coke-
you got
right.
Mountain Dew
Yeah,
in there?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Mountain Dew.
it's
You got
like Taco
root
Bell.
beer. Mug
Yeah.
root beer. That's the one you know.
Except for
Yeah,
you know
that's
who
the shit.
I
changed
was out
theirs?
of Barks earlier.
I fuck with Mug's root beer though, man. Absolutely.
Wiener Schnitzel. They changed to Coke
Oh,
product.
I love Wiener
Yeah.
Schnitzel. That is
Everybody
something
does,
that
but
I.
they changed to Coke
We just talked
product.
about that.
Never
earlier
knew.
Yeah, I
before we
was
started.
telling y'all about that.
Can't get a Mountain Dew there anymore.
Wow.
It's a
nightmares.
shame. It's absolutely a shame. You can get mug root beer. You can get a Coke.
Oh wait,
you can Coke
maybe
Zero.
they do still have Mountain Dew. You just can't get.
No,
it
you-
was mug root beer.
No, you can get mug root beer. You can't get Mountain Dew anymore though.
Oh,
They used to
okay.
have
That's what I
Mountain
was
Dew.
like.
wow.
That was what I always got. That's what I was like.
I'll
Anytime
never-
I went.
I
to,
always get Mug root beer.
I'll never forgive them though
No, they
for
have
taking
Barks
away
now.
their hash or not hash browns. Their tater tot equivalent. It was the potaters, those little tater tot
Oh.
discs.
Yeah.
They had those forever, and then they took it away from us, just like Taco Bell took away the double XL grilled stuffed burrito. I write them at least once a month and say, bring it back. You bring back
Nice.
the
That
nacho fries.
shit now.
Y'all brought chicken wings. Y'all brought all kinds of crazy.
Pizza.
You put a
Everybody
cheese
know about the
Y'all put a
pizza,
cheese
the-
into a goddamn Crunchwrap Supreme, but you can't
Yeah.
bring back that big old burrito. You're telling me my $5 is not worth it? Go fuck yourself. Yeah, so.
that too.
Nice.
So with
So
those
damn mad.
changes, the
Fuck
prices
us.
changed
Because I
too.
write them once a month. And y'all better bring that shit
Once a
back.
month, baby. I tell you.
A nice handwritten letter, so
Yeah,
so
nice.
they know
write
he
in
means
cursive.
business.
Wrong.
I write in cursive like my grandma intended, like the good Lord intended. I write in
This dude
cursive.
means business.
This guy's
Business,
fancy.
baby.
Okay,
I put a
we better
stamp
bring
on
it
there, a
back.
wax seal, send it by Dove every month on the 12th.
You
Makes
know,
me so damn mad.
Stamp it.
Yeah, stamp it.
I feel like Wiener Schnitzel also gets a lot of flack a little bit too, right? I see posts about who keeps Wiener Schnitzel in business.
Right here.
All of
fucking
Victoria,
love it.
all
Right
of
here.
it.
I was like,
Right here. I
I
go
love
this
it.
once a week. I'm there
Like,
were sometimes I was
I
My mom
think
got me with a
I-
scissor at home right now.
I think Victoria
Thanks, Mom.
alone can keep all the Wiener Schnitzels in Texas open.
Yeah, because I think we have two of them here, right?
Yeah. Yeah,
we have
and
two.
I
Yeah, we
think
do.
that's like quite a bit a lot for our size town
Yeah.
because other spots like Houston might have like one for the
Austin,
whole
one.
Houston
I was thinking, I think
area.
Austin has
So it's
one.
not like we're just a Wiener loving town.
Yeah.
We got-
and
we got
there's
two.
nothing wrong with that. I like it.
What is
Yeah,
what is
yeah.
their
Yeah.
what is their
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
Dare
Yeah.
fun since 1961.
Yeah, something like
Yeah,
that.
something like that.
Something like that. But I know Victoria has to be one of their better markets, just
Oh,
because
100%.
unless I know there's another like hot dog place that's like equivalent but not the same.
Yeah.
But still, it doesn't matter. It doesn't fucking matter.
We're getting another Starbucks on this side of town again.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
The Corral.
How do we feel
not,
about
not
that?
down,
Oh,
gone.
man.
How do you think that's going to do the same way they did with Little
fucking food was
Caesars?
so
Or-
good.
I'm just more mad that they, as long as they keep that sign, that classic
So they
Indian doing the
they
arrow
said
is
they
Native
moved it to
American.
Franklin's. Franklin's
Really?
bought
Yeah,
it.
they
Yeah.
preserved
No
it.
shit.
They preserved
Or
it.
they preserved it.
As
yeah.
long as they preserve it and have it somewhere
Yeah,
in town,
this-
I'm always good with that.
the
But
sign's
I mean,
preserved, but the building's
that's the
gone.
thing though, is that like the Corral, I remember eating there a few times with my grandparents, and I remember
Their
that
food was
salad
good.
bar with like the little Jello on the end.
Yeah.
I'm like, who the hell puts Jello on their salad? And my grandpa had to explain to me when I was 20 years old. He goes, Nathan, nobody's eating Jello on their salad. It's just a dessert thing. I'm gonna go, then why do they have it at the salad bar? I'm like,
Yeah.
why would you do
No,
that?
they're
And
like
he
a little
goes,
something
well, it's all
sweet,
nice.
a little,
Yeah,
you
a little
know,
sweet on the
pudding.
side.
They got some
Yeah,
pudding on the
exactly.
salad bar.
And they go,
it's like
well, there's-
Ramsey's. I was like Ramsey's.
yeah,
They just got a
Ramsey's.
bunch
It's
of
a
random
cafeteria
shit.
thing for sure.
Yeah, 100%.
Hey, but
Spurs,
their food
Spurs was the same
good,
way.
though. Their food
I
was
don't
good.
know how
Yeah.
I feel about a Starbucks on like the south side of town, just
I
because like
don't
you can
know
go
either.
you can go maybe another 5 to 10 minutes and go to the Box Coffee, or you can go get like Cave or Liberty Coffee House or Blumenflower. There's a few that we have local that are really good.
They're just gonna close it down and put another Little Caesars there. Did
they not learn their lesson? That was my first thing.
So we moved it further up, closer to the people that work on the Houston Highway. Not so much by HEB, but just a few blocks down.
Just a few blocks over.
Speaking on that side of town, Donut Palace. That it's right there. It's in that strip mall area.
That
right
actually
across.
might be a
right there
good
by the Jack in the Box, right?
That might be a good
Fucking awesome.
Dude,
awesome,
it's those singular donut shops that make the world
and
go
they got
round.
that croissant sandwich, like the egg and bacon and cheese croissant sandwich,
absolutely.
bro. Their shit is so. And I'm talking about this motherfucker is huge.
I have a weird obsession with their sad tacos that they sell there. It's just a bunch of butter and eggs, like a shit ton of egg with a shit ton of butter, and like a couple of strips of bacon.
Oh, shit.
A fake tortilla, like one that's like still cold.
Mission
tortillas.
They got out of the package.
I don't know why.
Mission
I have
tortillas.
like a weird obsession for that taco.
TNT's
I guess we
want to talk about
TNT.
TNT. What about that?
TNT one of the best,
Don
man.
Lupe
Don
Licious.
Lupe Licious, yes.
Let's talk about those tacos.
Where's
They're
Lupe
dope.
Those tacos.
Off the stock bar.
That's
yeah.
why I'm so glad I live on that side of town.
It was around
right there.
When I was living in my
They
are delicious.
They were right around the corner because we lived on Salem.
What's that
and
small
dude,
one that was like a
those
Cajun
tacos,
place?
fantastic.
Like a
Don Lupe Licious. They were Taco-licious,
Louisiana
but
shit.
apparently the story with that is that there was
What is the story? I want to know.
So from what I heard is that Taco-licious was Taco-licious forever, and apparently in California, of all states, had 2 Taco-liciouses that were owned by the same people, owned by the same folks. They found out that our little town of Victoria, Texas, had a Taco-licious, threatened to sue them. I think. Don't quote me on that, but I think they threatened to sue if they didn't change their name because they had a Taco-licious in California. I go, well, y'all are all the way in California, and I'm thinking, well, maybe it's a franchise across the states. No, there's 2 in Southern California.
Did they find out?
That's what I'm saying. And so I'm like sitting there thinking. So
Is
y'all
it
literally
even
sent
copyrighted?
Hashtag.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, hashtag free Taco-licious. Yeah, free Taco-licious. So they actually had to change, and I want to say that Taco-licious actually put a Facebook post explaining the situation that it was there were 2 in California that asked them to change the name, and that's where Don Lupe Licious came to be. So now I still call it Taco-licious.
I still call it too.
Yeah, because I've been there since the very beginning. Because like I said, it was around the corner from my grandma's house when me and my wife were still living over at my grandma's. When we wanted breakfast tacos after a long Saturday or Friday night, we go get into the drive-thru. Go over there to Taco-licious, grab me a Gloria combo, add cheese, baby. Chorizo and egg with some frijoles. Oh my God, it was so good. Damn. And so with that being said, we always went over there for our breakfast tacos because it was the closest place. Like I said, when we're incredibly hungover, like just after a long night, that was the best place to go. But yeah, it was always Taco-licious for us. And then when they changed it, we were like, Don Lupe. It's like, I say it now if someone else says, Don Lupe Licious, I go, it's Taco-licious in my brain, though. In my heart.
Where exactly, again, is this located?
Stockbauer, like, if you're going...
It's a small little...
Oh, it's a small little thing.
Yeah, it has a little, like a little drive-through that you go under.
Oh, yeah,
and
for
it
sure.
was like a occasion, or like it was a...
Was it like another restaurant before?
Yeah, it was like a weird...
I thought it was the Country Bakery.
No, okay.
No, because that Country Bakery, there was one...
I know what you're talking about.
I think the one that was next to that Cracker Barrel on 87 is still open, but there was another Country Bakery. Wait a minute, no, I think that was the Country Bakery, actually, now I think about it.
Country with a K.
Yeah, Country with a K.
But then
that's it.
I just know that it was for a small, tiny period of time. It was this little Cajun, like Louisiana, like they did, like...
I never got to eat there if it was the Cajun.
It was weird. It was weird. I was like, it was weird.
Country Bakery,
I know it was
I don't
alright,
know.
but I know what y'all are talking about. I do know on Stockbar, it's small, little.
Yeah, small
like
little
next
thing.
to, like across from.
Oh, it's across from that Gym Magic, or what is it called now?
Next to Interstate and all that.
Yes,
yeah,
yes,
okay,
yes,
that's what I was like. Yeah, I know
that's
exactly what you're talking
where
about.
it's across.
That's
So
what I thought.
if you
Yes,
find
no,
those
for
two
a
things,
small period of
you're right
time,
there.
they were like a place that was doing like Cajun, like boudin and all that.
Yeah, because if you hit Salem, you've gone too far. But like if you hit where like Halapaska's was, which is now what, Sweet Bakery or Sweet
Sweet Fountains.
Yum or Sweet Fountains.
Sweet Fountain.
Sweet Fountains.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, if you go past Sweet Fountains, there's that gas station, that bank, you keep going. Yeah, once you hit the light where that Snacks Max and Salem, well, that Snacks Max used to be at Stripes.
I know.
Yeah.
Oh, see, I remember all this, like...
Yeah, RP to my boy Stripes.
God damn, we sound old as fuck right now.
Well, because I used to walk over there from my grandma's. Like, literally, it was a 5-minute walk. I go buy my pack of smokes. I go buy my beers. I buy my 40s. I buy my, whatever I needed. I go right there.
Back in my day,
it was 24 hours.
It was 24 hours.
Yeah, it was 24 hours. I buy my stretcher. I buy my pack of smokes.
Many times going to use the restroom there after leaving sports, leaving the bar or something. I'm like,
when you absolutely needed it, absolutely. But yeah, if you hit that part and that light, you've gone too far. But it's right there in the like kind of in the middle.
Yeah, Dollar Delicious tacos. Try it.
Yeah, I was like,
if you haven't had them, try them out.
Try them out. Yeah,
they're good. They're good. Yeah, they're good tacos that you don't gotta go on Port Lavaca Highway to get.
Yeah, no shit. Right?
I do love the
real shit.
What is it? La Carreta on Port Lavaca Highway.
Is that is it right before you hit that Shell station on 87?
It's in like a little house-looking building.
Ah, yeah, I know exactly.
They have bomb tacos too. I was like, their tacos are pretty fucking good.
I never actually gone in there, but I think someone picked them up from there, and I got to eat them. And if it's the same place,
yeah, because they have a number 2. They have the one on Navarro. They have La Carreta on Navarro where it used to be PJ's.
Oh yeah, right there.
No
it's like,
shit.
It's
yes.
Close, it's close.
I didn't realize
Okay.
they were the same.
Yep. Now I know. Now I know
Yeah,
exactly what
it's
you're talking about.
But I think the one on Port Lavaca Highway is way better.
I actually tried their food. Their food is actually really good.
Oh yeah, no, this was like they actually have very good food.
All right.
And the one next to mine, it was La Frontera. Like that was actually
La
their food.
Frontera.
That's the one that was over there.
Hey, it used to be a fucking Thai place back in the day. Now it's the pink and blue building.
Oh yeah, the one right there next
It's
to like
literally
Casita
right there
and all
by
that.
By your house. By your
no
house.
shit.
Dude, their
Okay.
food
Was it
is
Pico de
really
Gallo? Like it's
it used
all
to be
that
a
right
Chinese
there.
spot.
By,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I never went there when it was a Chinese spot.
I should have gone.
I've never been there when it was a Chinese spot.
I regret it.
It always kind of creeped me out a little bit. Just the location.
Yeah, it was a little sketch.
Trust me.
Do they serve Chinese
But
food in there?
somehow the
I'm
more
trying to get
sketchy,
a fucking dress.
but somehow
Aubrey,
the more
trust me,
sketchy
it's
places is
good.
when you know
Trust
you're
me.
gonna get some
It's
really
good.
good food.
Yeah.
I eat there
like
all the
I
time.
mean,
Yeah,
you
the
really
whole-
just
the
fucking
hole in the wall
root.
spots.
Yeah, those
All right, this
holes.
isn't Austin. This is south side of
let's
fucking
talk
Victoria.
to
I was
them.
like, no, this isn't Austin.
I'm in the ghetto.
This is the
Let's talk to
ghetto.
the more controversial, which is the Longhorn. The Longhorn's down.
Steakhouses.
Yeah,
and-
all right.
Longhorn Steakhouse. You know,
Give me details. 'Cause I
mixed
haven't ate there.
reviews. You know, I hear a lot of
for
mixed
sure.
reviews. People
Give me
love
details.
it. People hate it.
Hey, look, they might give me an interview tomorrow, so I gotta keep it chill.
Oh, really?
Never mind.
Aubrey might work there
Yeah, I get a
one
job.
of these
Who
days.
knows?
I'm gonna say
This is sponsored by.
This is sponsored by Longhorn Steakhouse.
This is
Please
sponsored.
hire her.
Yeah, please.
Can we
Could
pay
you
it?
Could
I
you
promise
say
I won't say anything bad about y'all.
Could you
treat
imagine
yourself
a
with the 16 ounce
sponsorship?
with the potatoes and mac and cheese? I've never had it, but
She's a
it's
hard
gotta be
worker.
good.
She
Yeah.
does whatever she has to do, and I
She
promise
does.
you, she'll do things on the side too. So
Oh,
I
shit.
promise.
Oh, fuck.
The dating show. Is
She
that,
gives
is that how
free-
you plug this in?
she
Is
gives
that-
hugs
is
for
that
$5.
Hugs for $5.
Hugs for $5.
$100 gets me a Jameson shot.
Full circle. Let's go.
$100. Good luck, bro. Good luck.
And a shot of Jameson. I want to say, if you're gonna do $100 for
Damn,
a
we're
date, I
pimping
mean,
her
at
the
least
fuck
put 2 more
out
Jameson
right now.
shots
For
and
real.
at least a big beer. I mean, a Miller Lite for the very least.
50-50,
Miller
50
High
per
Life.
day,
The
50 per day.
$100, is just a shot and the opportunity to go on a date, right?
Opportunity.
You still got to pay for the date.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
you know,
right,
so
exactly.
it's like, you know, it's just the chance to go on a date with
All right, I'm a
Aubrey.
prostitute.
I normally
now.
never
see.
do this.
Okay.
I know we don't take the mic off,
Is
but
this what it's coming to?
What?
Aubrey,
What?
we're gonna pimp you out.
Oh.
We're gonna pimp you out, and you're gonna have the best time ever. We're gonna find you a good guy.
Dylan, we're
Trust
gonna
me.
get you in shape to go on that fucking hike. Okay?
I know, because I gotta fight a bear in California. If I run into a bear, I gotta
We're
fight.
gonna get you in
Northern
shape.
California.
Northern
bears are a
California,
real
I might
problem,
have to
so we gotta
fight
be
a bear.
careful on that.
Okay, let's talk about that in a little bit. But first,
Yeah, go ahead.
what do y'all think about Longhorn? I had a great time. I had
Never been.
a great time at Longhorn. I had a good steak, good sides, good apps. Not a long wait.
I went in the beginning. I went the first couple of times.
So when me and you went?
had the lamb chop.
Okay.
Did we? Oh, yeah. What did I have that time? We had the ribeye.
Lamb?
Did I have the lamb again?
I thought you did.
Very nice.
No,
What'd you get?
couldn't
Oh, no,
have
you
had
had the
a-
chicken something.
Are they like lamb pops?
I don't
Like
fucking know what you
fucking-
got. How was it?
I think there's
That's
those,
like-
I think
I
there's
think we
those
both
ones
just
where
got
it's
a
like
steak. I think we
it
both
looks
got
like
a steak.
like a
I
rack
don't
of
think you got a
ribs,
steak.
but
Yeah,
it's
I think
like
we both
little
got
like
that.
it's like 4 or
We
6
both
The guy,
got
the
that.
people
piece of
next
lamb,
to us
and
got
it's got the bone
yeah,
out.
the
It
lamb.
looks really
Yeah, but I
nice.
had
Like I've
had
seen them on
lamb the
TikTok.
first time.
They look really really good, but
No,
not
okay.
Longhorn, but like in general.
Yeah, in
people
general,
like,
yeah.
I'll talk about the lamb chops now, because
Okay.
yes,
Please do.
they didn't ask me. The first time I ever went there, I had the lamb chops, and you can get them Parmesan crusted, or you can get it the way they come, which is like they got some jelly on it. They do like a little like chutney jelly type
like
thing,
a glaze
because that goes
kind of,
with it.
yeah.
That's like originally how you really should eat lamb chops, with a little chutney or something on it. But
Glaze.
they have the Parmesan crust that you can do. So I got that because my friend who works there was like, "Get it. That's good
Get
on
it.
everything. It's good on everything.
It
Put it on your
smacks.
steaks. Put it on everything." So I got it. They didn't ask me how I wanted them cooked, so they just kind of gave them to me however they cooked them, which was they came out a little medium rare-ish.
Okay.
Medium. They
All
were
right.
close. I enjoyed the fuck out of them. I was like, this is
All right.
delicious, great. That was like first experience. Was just like came with mashed potatoes, came with a side. You get another side. Like you get a lot of food too. It's like very
Good portions,
for
you're
a
saying.
good price too. Like if you do especially if you go during lunch, you get great price for a shit ton of food. Everything is just portion. Like you get a side salad. It's fucking huge. So everything was great. It's been great. I went a second time. Had some steak. Had whatever. Enjoyed it. And this is when they first opened. So, mind you, they have a lot of like the trainers, the people that
Yeah.
come from other locations that are like, make it this way, do it this way. Like, we're watching you. Like, we make sure we get it right. Maybe now that they've kind of, all went back, and now it's just they left it up to Victoria people to run. And
You think
figure it
quality's
out.
gone down?
So I've heard multiple people have gotten a little sick from
Oh.
like lamb chops might not have been cooked enough. Like I
Oh.
just talked to a friend earlier. He was like, I got the lamb chops last time and
Yikes.
they were like rare and
Yikes.
he had asked
Yeah,
for
that's pretty
medium or, asked for them to be cooked a certain way and they were rare and he's like, I got sick. I was like,
Yeah,
miserably
they
sick.
fuck up
so
on
it just
that.
depends. Like it just depends on
That's not
who's
good.
cooking and what chefs you got in the kitchen.
That's when like Gordon Ramsay comes in. They're fucking raw.
This
He's
is
like,
fucking raw, man.
Are you trying to kill somebody?
What are you? An Indian
You
sandwich?
fucking donut. You fucking donut.
donut. Yeah.
That's what I mean. I'm like, it just depends on, who's cooking, who's in the kitchen. You got good
See,
cooks,
that's
you
where I
got
have
bad
a
cooks, you got people, the whole staff could be shit that day. You could
that's-
have everybody.
And that's so wild because like I think with any like food establishment like you go to, like you just go and like eat 100%, it's always about who's in the kitchen. And the worst part is that some people I've talked to who've gone to Roadhouse, Olive Garden, even places like your fast food joints like Burger King, Arby's, like they'll
Right?
literally see who's back there and they go,
I want that guy
and
to
they're
cook
like,
my
is that guy back there right
Yeah.
now? I'm like, oh shit, I'm not eating here today. And
Yeah.
they're like, is Anthony cooking today? Oh fuck yeah, I'm
Straight
definitely, I'm
up.
eating this
Straight
100%.
up.
See, as a
Dude.
chef,
and
as a
that's
sh-
wild.
yeah.
So like,
Yeah.
people
Riley
will
said
see-
Burger King. I'm
Yeah,
all.
yeah,
there
no.
was a period of time where Burger King
Is
was just
Daryl back
complete
there?
shit.
Hell yeah, brother.
And then
Let's do
like,
it. You
I
know,
guess
like-
they got a new like crew back there one time, and then I was
Yeah,
like,
no,
damn, that
it's
shit was
like-
good. I was going there every day. Like,
And you'll go there like on certain days, and you're just like the schedule is not scheduling the way that
Yeah.
I need it to. So with that being said, it's like I need Daryl at Burger King to
Yeah.
be there like these 3 days a
Daryl
week,
better
so
be
I
there.
can go and eat. Some pretty high quality
For
that
the
Texas
longest
Whopper.
time, I thought they were
Yeah.
fucking with me with the onions. I'd be all the way every time.
Yeah.
And every time there was no onions. And so the one time I finally like looked before I drove off, and I was like, the fucking onions! Like I even told
Oh,
them on
I'm
the
just like,
on the
where my
intercom,
fucking
like,
onions at,
please
dude?"
make sure you put onions on there.
Dude, you know who scoops
They
up
did
the
it, and I was
most
like-
is that it makes me so goddamn mad.
Oh, man.
Chick-fil-A makes me so mad because they
What?
get everything right, but like me and my wife, we absolutely love 2 things: their
Okay.
mayo that they have in the packets, and their honey roasted barbecue sauce that they have in the packets. Every time we
not
make
bad.
sure if we order food and we ask for like a lot of mayo or like a lot of that honey roasted barbecue sauce, they'll give us 5 packets of each, and I go, oh, I know I ordered way more than this. I'm like, and they'll put it in a little baggie, and I'm like, I appreciate this, but like I need y'all to
Give
give
me
me
another
some
bag.
more. Like
Give me
give me
another
all the
bag.
sauce. And so I'm thinking, you know what? let me just be patient. Let me be patient. Let me wait for them to get the bottle of the mayo that I can buy in Target or HEB, and they still haven't done it. So I'm like, you know what? I would love to say Chick-fil-A is on my shit list, but it's actually not because I still eat there at least twice. I still eat there twice a week. It just makes me mad.
Mayo in the packets at Chick-fil-A.
And that honey roasted barbecue on a spicy chicken sandwich.
My wife loves that honey roasted barbecue. I love the mayo. She loves the mayo, but I love the mayo.
I haven't had either one. I'm always been a strict Polynesian kind of man. You know?
I love Polynesian.
Polynesian's fantastic. The sweet and spicy
nuggets,
sriracha.
That's for fries. I'm like, you got certain things or certain sauces for certain things there.
Everyone's got their way they do their Chick-fil-A. Yeah. Everyone's got their way they do their Chick-fil-A, their Whataburger, Mickey D's, whatever, man. Whatever.
Yeah, but I like hearing other people say this. I want to experience it. I want to be like,
you want to try something out new.
This mayo is on
TikTok.
point. I gotta
Everybody's
fucking try
doing
this
something crazy on TikTok. Different TikTok recipes.
I don't do TikTok. I still don't do it. I'm against it.
Just do it just to see
I'm
the
too
shit
old.
that people are doing.
I'm a boomer. You know, I don't fucking do it.
I'm old school, baby.
That tickety-tockety shit ain't for me.
36?
I turned 37.
37. Yeah, I just turned 35. So, yeah. Goddamn, dude. Really?
We're getting old, dude. We're getting old.
Fuck, Miguel, don't remember.
The world's getting younger, and somehow we're getting older somehow.
Speak for yourself.
We're getting older and uglier, dude.
32?
I'll be 33.
5 years behind me. It's not 5 years. Ain't shit.
I'll be 33 in July.
Oh, only 4 years behind me.
Yeah, I just
turned
35 in May. Happy birthday to me. Thank you.
Happy belated birthday to you, my brother.
All right, so where were we at on Longhorn? Good.
Okay, so what you talking about?
I haven't tried it.
I want to try it, so you can't say anything.
I can't say
you gotta try it. You like it? What's your rating? 1 out of 10.
We're gonna go straight in the middle here.
The first
Schmid,
bitch of the day.
Schmid. Nathan,
Schmid.
I gotta say I haven't been there yet.
Okay,
so like I'm gonna say right now
I was
gonna say I haven't been there yet. So I'm hoping to
give it a shot.
Yeah, I'm gonna say I'm gonna give it a shot. See what's going on.
What happened, Bros Night or what, dude?
I mean,
Bros Day.
Hey, is that Bros Day we're talking
Bro
about?
Day? Yeah, dude.
Hey,
Let's
go
do
check
it.
it out. Hey,
Let's do it.
There's just some
We'll give
things
her
that
honest
are a
rating
lot
and
more
we'll figure it out.
seasoned than others.
I'll
Absolutely.
pay for the meal. I'll pay for the bill.
I got the drinks.
There you go.
There we go, man.
Works win-win.
I like
Win-win,
it.
man.
I like it.
Sounds like me and
fucking
Dillon got a
love
date.
Dayton.
Yeah, I was gonna say, sounds like me and Dillon got a date going on.
Dude, we got it, bro.
Cheers to that.
Cheers to that, brother.
Right on. All right. Well, let's go ahead and wrap things up. We're pretty much winding down the end of the podcast. Nathan, thank you for coming on, dude.
Hey, thank you guys so much for having me.
We talked.
It's been badass.
Awesome.
It's badass.
Yeah, it's been a good podcast. We talked art. We talked food. And you know what? Food is
Love
art.
both.
Yeah, food is art.
Food is art.
I'm a chef.
I love it.
I love it.
absolutely
I
love
make
it.
art with food.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
What I do.
And I consume that art, and I love it.
And you're welcome. I love you.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Yeah. When are y'all fixing that kitchen to where we can sit?
It's already done.
The expo
It's already
kitchen,
done.
right? Is that what it is?
Oh,
Yeah, it's already done, dude.
Hell yeah.
So I can go to 205, sit at the kitchen, and
And
actually
watch
eat my
y'all
food and watch y'all cook.
Very
This
nice.
week, yeah.
How do you feel about that? Real quick. How do you feel
I was
about
like,
that?
what? I didn't know.
I
Okay.
think it's going to be a great opportunity. People could watch. You get a dinner and a show. You get a dinner and a show because sometimes
better than
I'm
dinner
like
and
a
show,
class
though. Nothing better
clown.
than
So
a show.
if you see me
I
come
feel
up
like
to
a
you,
monkey, like,
interact with me
dance like
because
it
I will
is,
fuck
like-
with you.
Now, do
You
y'all
can fuck with me.
That's a little
since
too much,
since y'all
like,
are being
no
put
error
more
for
on
mistake,
display,
like, no
or do
room
y'all
for
do y'all
error
actually
there,
have
like-
uniforms
No,
on and
yep.
stuff?
You
So
gotta
you have
be,
chef
like,
coats and everything now too?
precise every time.
I got my
fucking-
personal chef coat, the one
Okay.
I've been wearing for a long time,
Onion,
with
Alright.
my name on it, with
Yeah.
everything certified. Because that's the one that
Yes, sir,
Alex
I do.
got me
It's gonna be
from
great.
Yeah.
Sendera.
Yeah.
That black one. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the one that a buddy of mine got me my personal chef coat, and I've been wearing it ever since then. But yeah, dude, no, I got it. Yeah, we're all gonna
Alright.
look. We're not wearing the hat that I'm wearing right now is what I'm wearing. We don't wear chef hats or that goofy shit. No, it's too hot. But we're backwards cap or forward, whatever, and a chef coat. We look presentable.
Yeah, as long as
It's
you have a
gonna
chef
look
coat,
nice.
I would say y'all are good to go.
We're good.
But that's
We're
good. That's great. I can't wait to go sit there and watch y'all cook.
Yeah, come fuck with us, and I'll come fuck with you.
Just fucking haggling.
Hell, I might give you a
Like,
free tuna. I'll give you a free tuna. Come up and be like, here, try this tuna.
All right. Well, before we go, Nathan, I'll give you the opportunity to insert your plug. And you got this camera, that camera, that camera. Let people know where they can find your art, where they can find you. If you want to say anything to the audience, now's your time.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. You can find me. I'm Nathan Rodriguez. You can find me on Aceli's art page, Facebook, Instagram. You can also find me on Lucky Cat Art Studios, Cat with a K, on Facebook and Instagram. I do that with my wife, Natasha. She is Art of Luxite. Love you, baby. I want to say thank you to my mentors. I want to say thank you to my wife for always supporting me in everything I'm doing. I want to say thank you to you guys for having me on here. It's been a pleasure. It's been an awesome thing. You can find me on those. Find me on those platforms: Facebook, Instagram. I'm trying to do better on TikTok, and I'm trying to do better on Twitter. I'm not going to call it X because that's not what it is.
It's Twitter.
And I'm trying to.
That's a drug, sir.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. I'm like,
That's all pops
yeah,
and
I've been
X,
really big
bro.
on the X, and they're just like, whoa, man, you need to go get help. And I'm just like, no, I've been real big on the Twitter. No, but I'm trying to get better on social media. But yeah, you can find me on there. You can find me and my wife, and we do a bunch of stuff around town. We're trying to do, some bigger and better things, and hopefully we'll get the projects that we're working on for 2024. But hopefully by 2025 we'll be rocking and rolling with even bigger projects. So thank you guys again for having me.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
This has been
Hey,
awesome.
man,
This
yeah.
has been so much fun.
One hell of
Thanks
an
for being
artist
here.
too.
All
Check
right,
out
well,
his work.
guys. Nathan, thank you for being on. It's been our pleasure for
Thank
sure.
you guys. Thank you.
And
you,
thank
Dillon.
y'all for watching the E4 podcast, and we'll see y'all next time.
Thank you
Later.
guys. Appreciate y'all
All right,
listening.
now you
in.
clap, dude. No, now you clap.
Hey, thank you, Dillon, for the kind words, baby.
1, 2, 3.
Appreciate those kind words and the date that we're going to go on. Yeah, absolutely.
I never had a father.